In this video, I'm going to give to you the perfect answer to a question that you may get in your police recruitment journey, either on the online assessment centre or the final interview. And make sure you watch all of this video because there is a twist. There is a twist. There's definitely a twist to this video. You're going to watch it and go, right, okay, I get it now. Anyway, before we continue, introduce myself. My name is Brendan from Bluelight, and over the past 31 years, I've been coaching and supporting people just like you to succeed in the police recruitment process, in promotion boards and specialist interviews. I was in the police for 3 decades, served in the Cheshire Constabulary, Bermuda Police and Greater Manchester Police, and retired as an inspector. Did a lot of work during my time for the College of Policing, and since then I've also worked for and with the College of Policing. So a lot of experience in this area. Things like the competency and values framework and our friend, the wheel of confusion. I know them well. I know them well. So anyway, one of the things that our Academy members, this is where we coach people one-to-ones, small group webinars, recordings of the webinars, 4 years worth now actually, and a lot of online material. We actually guarantee the result. If people don't pass, we give them a refund. Sounds fair? Sounds fair to me. Anyway, one of the questions that we often get asked is, what's the perfect answer? Like I always say to our clients, look, we'll show you the way, you've got to do the hard work. And then sometimes I'll get asked, yeah, but Brendan, what would the perfect answer be? And so the other day, I actually gave them what I believe the perfect answer would be. We use a structure process, which is called SAL, which is situation, aim, actions, result, and learning. It's not that different from STAR. It's just more like star on acid. And there's a lot of subsections to each one of those as well. But we jumped straight into the action phase. So it was, a question was around, can you please tell me about a time when you've taken ownership for a problem? And I skipped the situation part, I skipped the aim part, and just went straight to the action part, just for brevity, just for the sake of time. Now, remember, there's a twist. I don't want you just like listening to this answer and thinking, got it now, brilliant, I've got it, awesome. And then just pressing stop and then going on to watch I don't know, a YouTube video about fluffy kittens or whatever, or your favorite car, or some recipe or whatever. This twist at the end, and don't play it forwards because it won't make any sense unless you've actually watched this next bit. Is that making sense so far? It will at the end. It will. And so what I did is I made a load of notes about this question. Please, can you tell me about a time when you've taken ownership for a problem or a task? And this is a likely question, by the way. This is such a likely question that you're going to get. And so I went into the action phase, and this is how it went. So first of all, I knew I had to approach the task with enthusiasm and a positive attitude. It was a quick moving situation. It wasn't something that was standing still. I had to adapt quickly as the situation developed. I had to sort of reflect and adapt because if I didn't, I knew that I'd be trying to solve a problem that had already changed. Now, the group was a bit confused. The group I was working with was a little bit confused. They all had less experience than me, and I knew I was a more senior person in the organisation, or wasn't one of the supervisors, but our supervisor was off sick. So I decided to take responsibility for moving this forwards, for the actions that I took and that we took, and every decision that was made. And I felt that was important because the rest of the team, they were a little bit nervous, understandably. So it was a tough situation, but they needed to see some leadership from me. So I responded to the demanding and tough situations that emerged out of this. Especially when the widgets on the production line weren't actually, it just stopped. Everything had stopped and the widgets weren't actually being made. And we had suppliers on the other end calling us saying, where are the widgets? So I demonstrated to them absolute commitment to tackling the issue. I committed to all of them to say, by tomorrow, you will get the delivery. And that was going to require, a lot from the team. So one of the things I just thought of, whilst I was actually, giving that commitment, I thought there's a lot for me to actually arrange here and make decisions on and take responsibility for. So I started thinking, the rest of the team has got a lot of experience, even though they've not got as much individual experience as me, they've got a lot of experience. And so I sought advice from them and guidance from them on the tasks and the decisions that we had to make. I also got in touch with one of my friends who had previously worked here, and I asked him, in similar situations, what did you do? And again, by doing that, it actually enabled us to get things moving and get the production line going again. And so I took responsibility to update all the different stakeholders, all of our customers who were relying on us. And we actually got the job done. It was difficult, but we got the job done. Now, they were really pleased. They all got the widgets delivered the next day. The team, even though we'd worked a couple of hours into the evening, all felt a sense of relief that we'd got the job done, and pride as well. But so we went out for a drink. I said, look, I'll go, let's go out for a drink. Let's go out for a drink, and I'm buying. So whilst I was there, though, I just thought it's an opportunity for me to take responsibility for my learning. And so I sought feedback to understand, what I'd done, and also the impact of my actions, because I didn't want any of them to be upset at anything that I'd done or said, because this was the first time I'd done anything like this. But yeah, it was successful. We achieved the result, and my manager came in next morning and congratulated us all, and actually we all got a bonus. We all got a bonus of £50. I actually got a bonus of £100 because of my actions, and so I was very pleased about that. And I was also highlighted in the business newsletter, the internal one. So I was very, very proud of that, and it's something I'd achieved that I was really, like I said, really proud of it. So there you go, folks. What do you think? Perhaps put something in the comments below. Perhaps press pause now and put something in the comments below. Be interested to know what you think of my answer there, because as delivering, I was following the guide. Actually, if you go outside of Bluelight world, you'll see all sorts of guidance out there about making sure you utilize the CVF. I think I did, didn't I? What do you think? What mark would you give me out of 10? Where 1 is, that was just dreadful, and 10 is, that sounded pretty awesome. If I was an interviewer, I'd be really impressed. Do you know what mark I'm going to give myself? 1. That was awful. That was dreadful. The thing is, though, when I did this with our clients, they were all like, 8 out of 10, 10 out of 10. I think that's amazing, Brendan. That sounded really good. And then I asked him, yeah, but what was it actually doing? What was it all about? And they were like, well, you took ownership for a problem to do with the widgets. Yeah, I did, but how did I do any of that? Oh, we don't know. Yeah, I'll tell you why. Because all I did during all of that, as I just paraphrased the behaviours and the value of taking ownership. So the behaviours are described like this. I approach tasks with enthusiasm and a positive attitude, adapting quickly from one situation to the next. I take responsibility for my own actions and decisions. I respond to demanding and tough situations, demonstrating commitment to tackling the issue. I seek appropriate advice and guidance on tasks and decisions when necessary. I take responsibility to regularly update people who are relying on me. I seek feedback to understand the quality of my work and the impact of my actions. All I did was just paraphrase that and add a little bit to it, flower it up a little bit. Would that pass? No. That would not pass. That would not be a pass. Sounded good, but it's complete and utter BS. So what do we do instead? Right, we stop trying to play the game. We stop trying to play the Wheel of Confusion game. We stop trying to include buzzwords from the CVF. We stop trying to include phrases from the CVF. They just don't work. Seriously, they don't work now, and they've never worked in the past. Anyone who tells you otherwise is talking out the backside, or has never been in the police before, because actually, when you look at the guidance that's given that suggests that, just check the bona fide of the people who are giving that advice, and you'll find that they've never been in the police, or if they have, they were never a police officer. So, I don't want to knock them or anything, because, they believe in their advice, but I believe in my 31 years of experience of coaching people in the police sector and nowhere else. I believe in my 3 decades of police service. I believe in my team's over 250 years worth of of experience as coaches and senior leaders within the police, some of the most brilliant leaders I've ever had the honour of working with. I believe in what they've got to say as well, and you all agree with me. So what do we do instead? Well, there's 5 things. First of all, you've got to have a good structure to your answer. Secondly, detail. It was the how that was missing. It's okay to say something like, I sought feedback from my colleagues. I want to know how you did it in detail. That's the thing that gets you the marks. The third thing, some kind of authenticity. So you're prepared to fess up to mistakes, because mistakes happen when things are difficult and challenging. That's the world of the police. So don't try and hide your mistakes. The fourth thing, emotional connect. If it was difficult or challenging, how did you deal with those emotions? And the fifth one, which is so important, just answer the question. Just focus on answering the question, and stop fretting about the CVF, and stop fretting about which one of the CVFs is this question from, because a lot of the CVFs sort of cross-cut each other. So one question around decision making could be from 3 or 4 of the CVFs. So don't fret about that. Just answer the question. Is that making sense? I hope so. Well, listen, hopefully you like the twist in the tail. Hopefully you like the twist at the end of it and it makes sense to you. If you'd like to find out more about how to deliver answers that score really highly, I mean, we know they score highly because of the feedback we get from our successful clients. Over 95% of them are successful. That's why we can give that money back guarantee, because it's a no-brainer, because 95% of our clients pass. Why wouldn't we give a guarantee like that? So if you'd like to find out more about becoming one of those clients and working with us and having that personal relationship with us so that we can take the best of you and supercharge it, so that when you go for your online assessment center, your board interview panel, whatever you call it, you are going to be better than everyone else. That's all you need to be, just better than everyone else, to make sure you secure one of those places which are getting increasingly competitive to secure. So that's what we need to do, folks. Complete the form below. Check out our Trustpilot review, so it's not just me saying it. Don't just take my word for it. Do your research. Find out more about what we're about by reading other people's account. Join the Facebook group if you're not part of it. There's a link below. Either way, you're in the best community here. What we focus on is success. What we focus on is helping you to achieve your dreams. And hopefully we'll see you soon. Take care. Hope you enjoyed it, and catch up soon. Bye-bye for now.